Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is FAKHRUL bin HIZAM and my metric numbers is 269616. So today I will explain about introductions of the contract law. So do you guys know what is contract? So, contract is a legally enforceable agreement between two or more parties where each assume a legal obligations that must be completed. So, many aspects of daily life involves contracts, including buying property, applying for a car loan, signing employment-related paperwork, and agreeing to terms and conditions when buying products and services or using computer software. So, this contract can also be the source of legal disputes when they are not written clearly. So parties who misunderstands the terms of their agreement may sue each other and have a court settle the arguments. So additionally, when a company sign a contract and later goes out of businesses or is unable to fulfill its promises, the other party may have to pursue legal action in civil or bankruptcy court to obtain relief. So next is type of contracts. So they have 6 types of contract, which are a formal contract, which is formal contract is one that has been negotiated, sealed, and executed. So second is simple contract. Simple contract consists of an oral contract, a written contract, and a contract that is partly oral and partially written. So this simple contract must be taken into account. So third is express contract. Is one that is written or spoken in words. Fourth is implied contracts. Is one that derive from the parties' action and behavior. So fifth is unilateral contract, which is just one party. The promiser is obligated to provide anything. The last one is bilateral contracts. Is one in which two promisers agree to make a promise in exchange for another promise. Okay, next is fact of the case. So, a budget hotel company located in Miri City, Sarawak in Nahkoda Gambar Road area has sued two individuals under Malaysian law, which is a Penal Code 2. So, on July 10, 2020, two suspects were remanded and detained by the Sarawak police officer for 3 days to assist in investigations. So, they were detained to assist in the investigation of the theft case. So, involving budget a hotel property company. So, and the magistrate Leona Dominic Mogilio also issued a letter and a remand order notice for the detention for the two suspects. So, they will be summoned under the Malaysian Act and Law under Section 381 of the Penal Codes, which provide for 7 years in prisons, and also they can be fines. So, according to the fact of the case, the 18 and 27 years old suspects fled after taking and stealing some item at the budget hotel in Nahkoda Gampar Road in Miri, Sarawak, around 4 p.m. on July 10, 2020. So, among the items stolen by the two suspects were water filters, several blankets and mattress sheets belonging to the hotel company that's valued at 13,700 ringgit. Also, one of the suspects was a hotel employee and he was with another individual. So, which is non-hotel employees were also reported not to pay room rent for 4 months with total amount is 9,200 ringgit. So following that, the hotel owner lodged a police report for a further action and eventually led to the arrest of the two suspects. So based on the fact of this case, the two suspects have two convictions, which are one conviction for not paying the prescribed rent and one conviction for stealing. So according to the budget hotel, the loss suffered by the owner of the premises amounted about 22,900 ringgit Malaysia. So together with general damages, outstanding hotel rental costs, and the cost of the hotel room necessity stolen by the suspects.
Assalamualaikum and good evening. My name is Mohamad Amir bin Mohamad Fauzi. My metric number is 270709. Okay, for today, I will explain about the issues of the case. The issues arise when the employee with the guests that have stolen the property of budget hotel at Nakhoda Gampar Road in Miri, Sarawak. Both of them also did not pay the room rent for about 4 months, that total of RM9,200 ringgit. The employee and the guest have done one of the criminal things in the law of the hotel, that is thief, because they have stolen property of the hotel. There are water filters, a few blankets, and mattress sheets that is estimated to be worth RM30,700 ringgit. They also have done offence in civil law, that is, they do not pay room rent for about 4 months. According to the criminal law procedure in hotel, both of the criminal can be arrested by police with a warrant or without it. This is because both of them has done criminal and civil offence, and the police also has evidence for the crime they have done. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mohamad Nazmi bin Yaacob. My matric number is 270821, and I'm going to present about the holding of the hotel case in Nakhoda Gampar. 2 individuals were detained to help investigate a theft case involving property of a budget hotel on July 10, 2020 that were remanded for between 1 and 3 days. Magistrate Leonardo Dominic Mogiliu had issued the remand order to enable an investigation to be conducted on the 2 suspects. Investigation against them are being conducted under Section 381 of the Penal Code, which provides for 7 years of imprisonment and a fine. Next, rationale of the holding. I agree with the holding made from the court according to Nakhoda Gampar budget hotel case. This is because the hotel staff and his friend have stolen the hotel inventories such as water filter, several sheets of blankets, and mattress sheet that was 13,000 ringgit. So it is correct for the former staff to be investigated under Section 381 of the Penal Code, which is stated that whoever, being a clerk or servant, or being employed in the capacity of a clerk or servant, commit theft in respect of any property in the possession of his master or employer, shall be punished with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 7 years, and shall also be liable to fine. I think that the hotel should take the former employer friend, who happened to be the guest at the hotel, to court under breach of contract for did not honor the reservation by not paying rent for the room that was 9,200 ringgit. Hotel must mitigate the loss to the court to claim loss from the guest. The hotel can bring the guest to the court under Laws of Malaysia Act 381 at Section 3 that stated any person required to be registered under paragraph 31A in Registration of Guest Act 1985 who contravene subsection 3.2 in Registration of Guest Act 1985 shall be guilty of an offence and on conviction shall be liable to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 1 year or to a fine not exceeding 2,000 ringgit or both. From the situation above, the defendant must take fully responsibility for their action on the holding made by the court on the case. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mohamad Hassan Bazlan bin Mohamad Sabri. My matrix number is 271921. In conclusion, a contract is an agreement or promise made between 2 or more parties that the courts will enforce. Generally, a valid contract only can be considered as the moment that the offer is accepted. It can be established by the two types, either is verbal contract or written contract. Some specific elements that must be included in all contracts, whether verbal or written contract, is to make them legally enforceable in a court of law. An anticipatory breach implies any intended or even anticipated failure of a party to perform its duties under the stated contract. This will occur when a party informs another party of its unwillingness or plain inability to deliver ahead of time. In such cases, the party negatively affected by the breach isn't required to wait until all terms or any required date have passed before initiating legal action. For these cases, recent court's decisions have redefined the relationship and expectation of both owners and operators involved in hotel management contracts. What we once considered irrevocable contract that a court would enforce with an order for specific penalty to the suspect